Dear student, today we are going to learn the first law of motion. So the law is very straightforward, but how this law build up? So that mechanism we have to know. Okay, although the first law is given by the Newton, but Newton only gives that law or formulated law in the sentences, but actual work has done by the Galileo Galilei. Okay, so that is why first law is also known as the in law of inertia. So we have to understand the Galileo reasoning, that what he has told about this. Okay, now it was a Newton who only formulated, who gives only words for this law. Actual work has done by the Galileo Galilei. Okay, so now we have to understand. Now what the thing is that Galileo take the two surfaces. These are the surfaces. Actually, these are like the planes. Okay, this is the plane and this is the plane. Okay, and I am denoting this plane by a line. Okay, if you see from here, it is basically a line. It is not looking like a plane, but actually they are two planes. So he assumed a very one simple thing. He assumed if the planes are frictionless, why? Because suppose you roll a ball, after some time ball comes to rest. Why? Because of the friction force. We know that after some time balls comes to rest because of the friction force. Therefore, he in this experiment he take a marble ball rolling on a finished marble plane, and on that marble plane the friction is very less. On that marble plane the friction is very less. So we are assuming that friction is almost negligible here. Okay, so if you try to, suppose you release a ball from here. Okay, now this ball will accelerate or this retarded. This ball will surely this ball will accelerate. It comes down. Why? Because the gravitational force is pulling. The gravitational force is pulling down the ball. That is why the ball starts from its journey here and accelerate. And by the time it reaches to this bottom point, it moves up to this inclined plane. But its motion is retarded by the gravitational force. For this plane, the gravitational force accelerates the motion. For this plane, in going is this direction, the gravitational force retards the motion. So ultimately, ball comes to rest at this point. Okay. Now, the next thing has been done, that if you change the inclination, same plane, if you change the inclination, you will bend this inclination toward the horizontal. So this is our second plane. This is the first plane. This is our second plane. So if you change the inclination of first plane to second, it is very surprisingly to see that ball reaches the same height. This is the astonishing fact of the physics, that it is very surprising to see that ball reaches again the same height and again come back, again it reaches the same. Okay, and we finally more change the inclination, and finally this plane, this is the plane number 3rd. Okay, so ball comes from plane, this is our reference plane. Ball comes from this reference plane, goes to the same height, and again come back to this plane, again goes to the same height. Now what we have did, we have made this plane horizontal. Okay, now what happened? If we make this plane horizontal, then ball will accelerate downward. By the time it has some, at this point it has some definite velocity. Now ball will move with a constant velocity, or ball will retard, because this marble is frictionless. If this marble is frictionless, ball will move with a constant velocity, because if marble has friction, then ball will retard, but it not actually happening. Why? Because the marble is frictionless, so ball will move with a constant velocity. And if ball will move with a constant velocity, then what is the acceleration of the ball? It is 0, because acceleration is defined as a change in velocity. Here, final velocity and initial velocity are same, because ball is moving with a constant velocity. So the net force, because F, so the net force on the ball is 0. Okay, so net force on the ball is 0. Net force is 0 means there is no any balance. The balance force is 0. Okay, so we can say that. Try to understand me. We can say here we have two states. In one state, at the top point ball is at rest. At the top point ball it is rest, and here the acceleration is also 0. Okay, here the acceleration is also 0, and in this motion the ball is moving with a constant velocity and acceleration is here it is also 0. But in the both situation the acceleration 0. When the ball is at rest, the acceleration is 0, and when the ball moves with a constant velocity, the acceleration is 0. So we will compare these two states of motion. We will compare these two states of motion, and we will say if the ball is at rest, it will be in rest, and if the ball is in motion, it will be in motion. Because suppose we make an infinite length of the marble, so ball will continuously move with a constant velocity. So here ball does not want to change its state of motion. It does not want to come to rest automatically. We have to apply an unbalanced force to stop it. We have to apply an unbalanced force to stop the ball. So what does this mean? It means that ball resists the change of motion. Ball resists the change of state of motion. Ball resists from rest. Ball resists to come in motion. From motion, ball resists to come in rest. There are two things are there. Whenever the object in rest, it will resist to come in motion, and whenever the object in motion, here the ball is in motion, it will resist to come in rest. That means that ball have some inertia. That is called the inertia. Okay. Now, we come to the Newton's first law. What he said if the ball is in motion, it will be in motion. If it is in rest, it will be in rest until and unless an unbalanced force is required to change the state of motion. Okay, that is why this law is also known as the law of inertia. What is inertia? Inertia is a resistance to the change of state of motion. If the ball is moving with a constant velocity, it will move constant velocity until and unless an unbalanced force is applied over the ball. And if the ball is in rest, it will be in rest until and unless an unbalanced force is required to move the ball and let the ball to come in the motion. Okay, so first law is motion. First law of motion statement is very simple, but to understand the law, little bit it complex. So you have to understand. This is the diagram. Okay. Firstly, he releases a ball from this plane, and the ball reaches again the same height. Then he change the inclination down. Okay. Again the ball reaches the same height. Then make the inclination more down. Again the ball reaches the same height. Ultimately, you make the plane parallel. So ball will, on this plane, because of the friction force is negligible, the ball moves with a constant velocity. Okay, so the ball moves with a constant velocity. Don't want to come in rest. Okay, so therefore, if the ball is in motion, if ball is in motion or constant uniform motion, it will be in uniform motion until unless an unbalanced force. Here you require an unbalanced force to change the state of motion. Or on the other side, if the ball is at rest, it will be in rest until and unless you have to apply an unbalanced force to let the ball come in motion. So that is why this law is also known as the law of inertia. Inertia, it is the resistance to the change of state of motion. So that's all about the first law of motion. I hope you understand. Okay, and if you have any doubt, please comment. You can directly ask me on the WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.